President Bola Tinubu yesterday objected to the release of his Chicago State University CSU records to the candidate of People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the last presidential election, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Tinubu pleaded that if the court was inclined to grant Atiku's application for discovery, it should be limited to only his diploma certificate submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in aid of his qualification for the 2023 presidential election, which he won. But Director of Research and Documentation, Atiku Okowa Presidential Campaign Organization, Dr. Don Pedro Obaseki, said the reason Atiku insisted on open and full disclosure of Tinubu's credentials by the CSU was because they actually belonged to a woman. Obaseki made the allegation during a Zoom conference hosted by London-based psychologist Professor Gold Emmanuel. All right, so we find many things being questioned here. Number one is, okay, the first was, did he attend? CSU says he attended. Number two is present certificate, don't present it. Now they're saying it's a woman that was actually Bola Tinubu at the time. Anyway, according to Don Pedro.
That's Don Pedro Obaseki speaking. What will make us ascertain who is when that document is released. And please, it's not about Atiku Abubakar. It's about the integrity of the seat of the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And this is a cry for all Nigerians. It is sad enough that the President legal team has said it's going to cause him irreparable damage. I keep asking, for what irreparable damage? For your own results and transcript to be released? If you're a private citizen, nobody cares about your transcript and your result. But now you are a public citizen. You belong to us, Nigerians. And we have a right to scrutinize all of your documents. And why are you hiding it? In the space of 3 days, 2 appeals against releasing the document. Now you are saying, only release the one limit it to the one I submitted to I. No. The whole thing must be in public glare for accountability's sake. Isn't it sad enough that they are reporting the case on American media and we're having certificate discrepancy as regards the office of the President of Nigeria? What is going on? So, President Tinubu, you claimed that you are an A-class student. You are very cerebral. We want to see your glowing academic records in your transcripts. That's all. We've had some schoolmates come out and say that they went to school with you at the same time and all of that. There's even a document circulating that somebody filed and said, oh, under oath, I was this. Let's see the glowing academic record you claim you have, pure and simple. Because this is the seat of the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria here. So when there are people that say they need a document, I think you should be wholeheartedly release it to them and the whole document so that they can see everything, not just limited it to some. Because this is getting shocking by the day. This should be a no-brainer. In fact, before now, and this is not about Atiku Abubakar. This is about the integrity of the seat of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. CSU claimed you came there. You graduated from there. So, hey, why is your school documents and credentials a problem? Why are you having 2 appeals to block them? What's going on? Waiting they happen.
We leave situations like this open, and there seems to be a keen attempt to stop the unveiling of the details of the record of the academic records of the president. It would leave room for speculation. Speculation, as has been done now by Dr. Pedro Obaseki, who is now saying that the person who is actually called Bola Tinubu, who went to CSU, is actually female. Now, if I were in the president's position, and of course I'm not president, I wasn't elected by, millions of people to be president, I would release my results just to demonstrate, number one, that I'm a person of integrity. Law aside, as has been said, it's beyond the election tribunal. This is a matter of national embarrassment, whereby you claim you went to a particular school and it's difficult to give the details just to shush, talks and international embarrassment. We become the butt of jokes across different platforms that we cannot defend a simple certificate, in quote. And so I don't think there should be a need to have to go to court to ask you to present a certificate or to release the records of a university that you went to. It's mind-boggling for me personally, and I think for a number of young Nigerians, it would be the same for them, that if you are working in the private sector and you were asked to present your certificates, you wouldn't tell your boss that, oh, I don't want you to enter, because for me, it's quite mind-boggling, I think, for a number of people. And so what has been or was an election matter is now almost a show of, okay, now you give people room for speculations, mockery, desecration. We have talked about the fact a number of times that we must elevate the office of the president, whereby already you have a pass, with a school cert, you can be president. But then you showed a certificate to say that, and rightfully so, if you went to university, of course you should be proud of your diploma. Now, the access to your records has now become, if you can declare your assets, if you can show health records in certain situations where some people voluntarily show their health records, what is the big deal about a certificate? It's much ado about nothing. So to, kill these unnecessary distractions from the process of governance, present the certificate. Let us have access to it and continue with governance.